It's a theme that we talk about a lot on this channel. It's doing more with less. It's about living a more full life, not just having things around you that you need to pull in order to be living a full life. It's like, okay, at this time of year, obviously, the aspects of consumerism are going to start popping up more and more as you need to have more people checked off of your little list out there for Christmas, and you start buying them more stuff, and then when the big day arrives, and then everybody gets all of their things, and then it just gets stuffed in a closet, or it just gets put away, or returned if it's the wrong size. It's just kind of useless. Like, I really love Christmas, and as you can tell, and as you can see, yeah, I got my decorations up. I got the little lights there, and then I got the wreath on the wall, and you guys can't see the rest of it. I got stickers and all that kind of fun stuff. You can kind of tell if I move that out of the way. I got some of the stickers there as well, and I love decorating for Christmas. Okay, that's why we did the video on Friday for it, because that's my most cherished time in regards to Christmas itself. Okay. It's what I enjoy the most. I can't really put my finger on as to why I enjoy it. Maybe it's just because of the change of pace, and that's about it. And then when it comes to the, Christmas day itself, I don't really care about it, mostly because, yeah, I've always enjoyed, giving gifts more than receiving them, mostly because I don't want to put anybody down. I'm just going to say I've left with a long face more often than not, especially when in younger years, and I can't really remember too many specific good Christmases. I can remember the ones where I got yelled at for being awake a little bit too early, but outside of that, I like Christmas because of, maybe it's just the overall societal tenor. It just seems to be raised a little bit. Even if it's inorganic, I don't really care. It's just more positive tones are put out there. As vacuous as that may seem, but don't get caught up on what you're going to be getting for Christmas. Get caught up in what you're going to be doing to make the season a little bit more enjoyable. Why it pays to reject consumerism. When we give up money, but to gain time, we create true wealth. Couldn't agree more. The message of consumerism is fatally flawed, and it can't deliver the happiness it promises. You read any sort of book, okay, anything biographical, nobody's life is ever improved by, and then I got more things and my life felt better. There's more dangerous tales of being consumed by your possessions, or rather being possessed by your possessions, than rather doing less with more. But you probably don't consider yourself a consumer. Few people do. I never really did, according to Mike Dongya, the author of this. But here in America, the message of consumerism is the air we breathe. Most Western cultures, if we're being completely honest. If you have it, spend it. Why not? No, but there's a problem. Money can solve it. Of course. Just throw more money at it and it'll eventually get fixed. No, that's a stupid idea. Most of this arrives to our eyes and ears via advertisements and influencers. Ugh. God, if any of these YouTube channels ever take off and I just get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if I ever refer to myself or have anybody refer to me as an influencer, please, for the love of God, hang me with some of these Christmas decorations, because I cannot think of a more detestable description of somebody. Oh, I'm a YouTube influencer. Oh, I'm on TikTok and I'm an influencer. Ugh. It's also reinforced by movies and television shows that we watch, and even by our friends and neighbors. Yeah, of course, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, if I may have a more ancient reference. Beliefs matter. Spending money isn't really the problem, but rather the beliefs that are driving you to spend. There are many ways to spend money that can add meaning and beauty to your life. Exactly. The problem is particular belief about money is that it's deceptively untrue. His wife and him talked for the first year of our marriage, or their marriage, I guess. I'm not married to them. As the best of our pre-child years, even though we lived about as frugally as you can imagine within our context. No internet, fair enough. No gifts, eating out, and simple meals in a small apartment. Sounds fun. Sounds like basically my life, basically. Except for the internet part, as otherwise we wouldn't be watching this. But her simple life was rich with time and new friends, and cheap adventures. All right. I long for the days where everything's just back to normal. And because we hadn't raised the bar of expectations so high, we could enjoy even the simplest of pleasures that others might overlook. Unfortunately, it did carry a common belief with me through the years that more money could make things even better. It would at least give us more options, and options are good, right? Depends on how you spend your money, obviously. After a decade of life and experiences, have not lent a single ounce of support to that belief, and I now know the defective view of the world, and one that could make things worse. Alright, so consumerism raises the bar of expectations. Once you've had the internet, television, or smartphone, life without these luxuries seems hard to imagine. Not really, but okay, I get where you're coming from. Once you have something, you get used to it and you expect it. The initial pleasures it brought us has at last the same level of simplicity. The same level, but simply becomes the new minimum. Alright. Consumerism doesn't just demand our money, but it wants our time and attention too. We don't just buy stuff, we daydream about the stuff we're going to buy next, yes. And so we work harder and work longer hours to buy more stuff. Basically, all of this attention given the things we don't really need displaces the time that could be spent on truly living and enjoying what you already have. The things that you previously bought, or I don't know, you're kind of sending mixed messages here, my dude. So spending more comes with a few downsides, but given the option to inherit $1 million or live less than what we have now, we'd nearly all choose the former, believing that the path to a happier life. Why? Because if you don't have to worry about money, okay, and if you live within your means, okay, because these two things can be held at the same time. You can have adequate amounts of money and still live within your means. There's a yin and yang to this. It's not just money's evil, living out a backpack is fine. And it's like there's gray areas here. Less stuff and fewer distractions in your life. The first thing you'll be gifted with is the wealth of time. I use the word wealth strategically because at the end of your life, time is the only investment that will have mattered. How are you going to use it? For our family, that meant prioritizing relationships. It has also meant trying to align our whole lives with what we believe to be true and good and wise. Alright. And I guess you can't do that without money. Whatever. And then finally, we fill up some of our life and the kinds of pleasures that money can't buy, all right? Because what they require is unrushed time. Enjoying these innocent pleasures like reading a book, which costs money, but whatever. Going on a walk, that's true, that's free. Laughing with friends, other people. Cooking a favorite meal, again, that's free as well. Playing a game. Games are free to play, right? Click on microtransactions, get V-Bucks and stuff like that. Fills us with gratitude. I get where you're coming from, but again, you're just kind of leaving out very important things. We're reminded that we have everything we already need. True. But you kind of lost the plot here in the middle, my guy. But towards the end here, you kind of get back on track. So, rejecting consumerism gives you back your money. Yeah, if you're just buying worthless stuff over and over again, things that don't really add any sort of value to people or yourself, why are you buying it exactly? Oh, this looks cool and it would be really nice here. It's like you probably just wait a little bit on it and you just kind of sleep on it. And if you remember it in the morning, okay, cool. Maybe maybe it is something that you want and would add value to your life. Otherwise, if it just goes in one ear and out the other, you can probably do without it. How about just always have that little sleep test on major or even just impulse purchases, okay? Because yeah, I would love a PlayStation 5. Let's just throw that out there, okay? That would be great. I'm sure there will eventually be games to play on it, maybe one day. It'd be nice to have it, but am I knocking down Best Buy's door to get it? No. I don't really play games that often, and it's like $600 that I could be better spending elsewhere on like food maybe. Like weeks worth of food, I guess. I don't fucking know. It's perhaps ironic that as you pull yourself away from the desire to consume more and more, you'll find yourself with more money. Yes, the very thing which can be used to fuel your consumption. Not like the disease consumption, but you know. What to do with excess money? Give it away. There's far more happiness to be found in giving than in securing more and more for yourself. Yeah, but don't put yourself in debt. That would be silly. Use your money to make friends. Wait, what? Oh, for yourself by living a life of generosity and true hospitality. That's a slippery slope, but another topic for another video maybe. Cultivate compassion by meeting the needs of those around you. Give it to organizations in your community or abroad that are doing amazing work. But also do your own due diligence to figure out if those are altruistic endeavors or if they're just grifters themselves. As you release your hold on money, you will find your life filling up with a richness you never anticipated. Let's get through this awful article. Rejecting consumerism increases your capacity to enjoy. Yeah, I get it. Okay. When you get off of the cycle of constantly buying and getting something else and then just seeking that dopamine hit over and over again, once you get off of that cycle, it might be a little bit taxing to do it to begin with, but once you're finally done with it, yeah, you're going to realize that just, having regular things and, living within your means is far more fulfilling than constantly keeping up the rat race of daily life. Oh, you have some new jeans. That's so nice. My jeans are better. I don't care. Rejecting consumerism brings new pleasures that are durable and lasting and grow sweeter with time. And that is something that money cannot buy. Money can help. Okay, let's not demonize money, okay? Money's a necessary thing that you need for life. And I think that's what kind of missed the point. I think we've used a few of this guy's articles before. I don't really much like this one, but I get where you're trying to go. You just took a right when you should have took a left when you were intellectually conceptualizing this article. But yeah, as always, you can do more with less and then not having to constantly be stuck in the throes of trends at all time. That's a despicable cycle that you'll find yourself languishing in more than prospering. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.